friends. This is Albert here. How you doing? Okay, so like I was saying, our friend here, the Gateway. I've seen a lot of them on Amazon. Same model too. Well, I guess it'd be the model number might have changed. I didn't realize that Amazon was selling these as well. I want to use this as a laptop all the time, but I tried to do that today and I ran into problems. Okay, so the Intel driver has to be installed. I thought I installed it. I have to install it again. Clean. Install. So we already know that the touchscreen stopped working once we upgraded to Windows 11. Okay, it could be the manufacturer. Goodix, I think like that. Goodix. I don't know why they use it. This should have. If they went all Intel with this laptop, why didn't it go Intel with the touchscreen? Yeah. Oh well. Oh yes, the internal. I guess it's like an EMC, but it's called a BWin, which is a 64-bit, which is not bad. I looked it up. The specs. It's pretty good, pretty reliable for storage. Nothing can. What's it called? Crystal. What's it called? Oh, there it is. Crystal disk can't recognize it. Doesn't know it exists. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so this one here. So we have this 64 gig. This is an S. This is the SDX SanDisk. This was pretty expensive, but they're cheaper now. This is 64 gig. I put a 128 into this one. I have 32 gig. I have 64 gig, and I have 128. I put 128. I really don't need it because, like I said, I have the NAS. But all downloads and everything go to that. So that would give me what? 64, 128. What's that come out to be? Hey Google, 128 plus 64 equals
128 plus 64 is 192.
Okay, so that's what I had for storage. Listen, and on the subject of this too, I should, can we talk about others? Maybe just stick to the point. Okay, would you buy this used? No. And you know why? You don't buy laptops used. I know people are gonna say, well, why not? Everybody else is doing it. Well, I took a risk. I broke a rule. I would never buy a used desktop. I did. I bought 3 of them back in 2010. They were made in 2009. They were actually Gateways, but Acer took them over. So they were Gateway DX 4900 series. They were top of the line gaming rigs. They were big. They had a lot of ports, upgradable. They had the best South Bridge. They were AMDs. They were Phenomenon 64-bit. Quad core, Maxim 8 gig of RAM. They came in 1.9 or is it 1.8? I think it was either 1.8 or 1.9 gigahertz. All of them. So I went on eBay and I ordered the processors. I got what I could get. I think the black edition was the best one. That's a 2.5 gigahertz, almost 3 gigahertz. They were easy to install. I upgraded them. The only thing I didn't upgrade was the video. The video was excellent. The video told me it could do 4K, but when I play 4K on a 4K TV, it was slow. The bottleneck is the subsystem. It's not, even though it's supposed to be a 64-bit chip, it's really 3264. So that's it. I had nothing but problems with those things. I had to replace a lot of stuff. That's what happens when you buy surplus. Surplus or renewed. Renewed is when people send them back. Instead of saying surplus or factory service. A friend of mine, he's loaded, right? He buys everything factory service. He says better. So he would go to Dell and get those little mini PCs. He wouldn't get it from a third party. It's true, because you don't know where they're getting from. Now, I've done a lot of business and a lot of work for companies, and we see these mini HPs and Dells, because before those, it was dumb terminals. They were Wise clients. Those replaced the Wise clients. Hey, I mean, a lot of people are peddling, but you don't know how long hold it. If they're made in 2015 and we're in 2023, how long that's gonna last, huh? How was it taken care of, huh? Even you replace the SSD, you replace the memory, you upgrade it. Most of them can't even do Windows 11. Now, why can't they do Windows 11? See, Microsoft made a mistake when they came out with the Windows 11. Yeah, so there's a little file you just change. I can't tell you because I don't want to get in trouble, but I have it on the server. If it's an old PC, I just switch over to that and then pull it off this back here. Yeah, that's what this is. This is a small computer server. It's a mini server running Linux. That's what it is. That's what the NAS is. They still make this though. They have a cloud version, but it's more expensive now. I don't need anything bigger than that. I mean, I got 4 terabytes in there. That's like 3.85. That's good enough. What the heck do I need more? I don't even, and according to it, I'm not using all of it. I might be just using 1 terabyte. Okay, so it's finally updated again. Reboot is required. You're about to sign off. The problem with this, it gets too hot. Well, all laptops get hot. That's why you have cooling. I know some laptops have dual fans, dual cooling in it, and everything like that. But trust me, don't buy no used desktop. And then they take the old business computer and make it like a gaming PC. Oh my god! Then you have other channels talking about it. Oh, it's a good thing. Change the graphic card and all that stuff. No, I don't care if it has an i5, i7 in there. Why would Microsoft? Why would Intel come up with better processor, better speeds, better graphics, better thing? Even this one has the 600 4K in there. It is. I hooked it up, but even with electricity and using a LAN connection, it's not going to work. Why? It only has 4 gig of RAM. There's not enough RAM, not enough swapping for it to do. Right now, it's using 1.5 gig to swap as a page file, so it's using part of that 64 gig. Now, even though that's memory, it should run faster. But remember, real RAM would be better. If they put 8 gig in this, if this came with 8 gig, it's be okay. That's what I got in the other room. That laptop in there came with 8 gig. I paid $249 for that back in 2012. It still works. Remember, I took it apart and fixed it. I still have to put an extra fan on top of where it gets hot, because I have a big fan, bigger than 120 millimeter. I don't know how big it is, but it's just big, cooling the bottom of it. Then I have another fan on top. That's why I took out the keyboard to cool, so I can play my World of Tanks. Play it like crazy. I just sit lying in the bed and play it, no problems. Before, without the extra fan, it would just go and you get blown up. What the heck what's going on there? But I'm the original owner of that. I didn't get it used. When you buy anything used, they only give you what? 30 days? 90 days? They're supposed to give you 3 months, but they don't want to because they know something's going to go wrong. They can't guarantee anything. Some of you might get lucky. Some of you might buy 20 of them. And then out of the 20, maybe 5 or 10 of them work. How long are they going to last? These last me... No, they don't work now. They stopped working. All 3 of them stopped working. Too bad. I have a lot of RAM. Got a lot of hard drives. The last thing I did, I bought SSDs. I bought that in 2021. Was it between 2020 and 2021? I saw them on sale. It was 2020 because that's before everything was shot up in price. So I ordered 6 SSDs. The companies in Taiwan. I told them, hey, I bought. Oh, they said, thank you, Thursday. Thank you. I put them in those machines, and those machines they were faster. Yeah, the surplus. But now they don't work no more. They won't boot. I've done everything. It's not the memory. They're shot. The case they come in is very durable, heavy too. I bought new PCs. They had a sale in Staples. They were cheap. I bought them as much as that. Well, to me, they were cheap. I think they were $400 something. But that time I didn't really care. You're working hard and making money, so I got them. So I had them, but they're getting old now. but it still worked. But that's why I got this. I got this one in 2020, and I got 2021, and I got the Chromebook. They're both new, but the Chromebook and this runs the same processor. But it's funny, the Chromebook is much faster. See, I was thinking about putting Linux on this, but the problem with Linux is, it's not going to support this. You have to get the right thing to go with it, and they don't support Linux. You go right into the classes. Then I have to use well, where is it? It's the it's in the other room. The dongle for Type C. Oh, there it is. So I'll have to take this out, put this in. This gives you a gig. This is these are extenders. Just if you want to connect cables together, that's something good to have. If you don't want to sit there and make cables, making cables, Ethernet cables, not bad. If you have the tool, you still have to cut it and splice it. Put the little wires, line them up, push it in the socket, and use a tool and clamp it down. So if you know how to make those, I did that. I had to replace ends. Then you know what you're doing. You can get a good job paying that, $15 up an hour. But they want you to punch the cable in through the jack. I have to punch tool. I don't know where I put it. I was gonna play around with that. I personally would just buy the cables. So this goes in here. You plug this in. You have extra USB 3 ports. I mean, I could do this right now with this. I plug it into the USB. See, this has USB port here, and this USB port. I mean, USB port was Type 3. Yeah. And then you take, let me close this. So this goes in like this. And then you plug it into this. So you still get your full speed ahead, or you can go LAN, and you have 2 extra ports to play with. So this turns into 4 ports. Well, it's 5 ports. The other port is regular type A USB, which is kind of so silly. So originally I had to blow out this drive because I thought that would fix the touchscreen, but it didn't do it. But anyway, that's about it. So that's what I would say. Avoid getting surplus. If you want to get surplus, I call it surplus or factory condition. Get it from the manufacturer. Get it from the Dell. Get it from the HP. Get it where they made. Or better yet, why spend so much money when you can go buy a brand new one off Amazon? I don't know about those brands. Most of those, they're well, the Celeron's not back. Celeron means no release. That's what an Intel engineer told me. That's Intel's joke. That's what it spells. Celeron, no release CPU. They weren't going to release it, but they got it in the head. Hey, whatever's not working on it, they resell it. That's a Celeron. So they got a lot of Celerons. Okay. See, I'll show you. So when I click on Crystal Disk, what happened here? Did this set the... See, it's acting up again. Yeah. Not working with this. It's weird. Doesn't recognize this. There's another issue that a lot of people don't realize is the USB. Every time you plug things into USB, it gets saved inside Windows. And a lot of programs don't clean it out. And the problem, our little friends there from WiseCare, they don't clean out that USB driver. So IOBit, I think it's Game Booster, or yeah, it does it. But IOBit, they install too much crap on your machine, and you don't want all that bloatware. So Okay, so let's show you this quickly. So that's it. Okay, yeah. See what it says here? This not found. I thought it could read the EMCs, but I guess it can't read this. It doesn't even know nothing about this. So that's something they have to figure out. But hey, thanks for watching. Be careful. If you want to get surplus or factory refurbish or customer returns, those ones they sign for $100 on Amazon, they should be $50. They're old. Every year it depreciates. If it came out for $1,000, so that's what, 5. But they're old and they've been through hands. You know, get it. There's Intel's and AMD versions of it. It's selling it too much money, high profit, and then parts are missing inside, and little things like you have to worry about. You don't know what you're getting. Just be careful if you want to get it, but just remember, let's think about how long it's gonna last. If you don't care, it's $100. You can just blow it. That's it. But if you have to go buy add-ons to it and it end up costing you more, then you have to think about that. Think about the cost. Or you can get one of those knockoffs that they have off on Amazon, brand new. Start off brand new. You start off brand new, so you know where you've been. You know how long it's been on, how long it's been going, and they have better features. They have 4K. You'll have no issues with it. Just think about that. Okay. Hey, like the video, and you want to see more? Like, comment, and for more videos like this, subscribe. We get more tech videos, okay? Hey, take care now. Bye. Thanks for watching. Take care now. See ya.